Do your garden tool handles look old and cracked? While using them, have you ever stuck a splinter into your hand?
Ouch!
Well, I have with these tools. And today on Brew Builds, I'll show you a quick and easy way how to make them look newer and safer to use. You ready? Let's do this! Use 120 to 150 grit sandpaper to lightly sand the tool handle. I prefer to wrap the sandpaper around the handle and twist back and forth. Sometimes if you go up and down, you might end up hitting a splinter or crack and ripping some wood out. However, if the diameter of the handle is too large, it can be a bit challenging to sand it this way. So hold the sandpaper flat and use your thumb to raise up the edge of the paper to avoid it from getting caught. This is the type of splinter I'm referring to. This one is small, but I've ripped out a couple of inches of wood before with sandpaper. Break it off and smooth the edge by sanding cross grain to it. Then sand with the grain to blend it with the surrounding wood. Placing the tools on some sawhorses can make the sanding process easier. Of course, using a palm sander will make this part go much quicker. But sanding by hand works just fine since you don't need to remove that much material. I found this old can of exterior door varnish in my paint cabinet. If you can, use an oil-based varnish or urethane with UV protection. A product designed for marine use will work well to refinish the wood and protect it. I'm trying to remember what I used this can of varnish for. I think it was for my front door of my first house. So it is old, easily over 25 years. It still looks okay. I guess I'll find out shortly if it's still good. I prefer the oil-based products over the water-based ones because they seem to penetrate the wood better. Apply a generous amount to the handles. You will want to have a drop cloth on the floor if you need to protect it because it will drip. Once one side is finished, flip the tool over and continue with the other side. You could also just hold the tool in your hand or stick it in the ground to hold it upright. It can collect on the underside of the handle, so run the brush along the bottom when you are finished. This axe handle is very dry and readily absorbs the varnish. I'll set these tools in the sun for a few hours to let them dry. Then look and see if any of them will need another coat. The garden rake does need a second coat. The handle on this one was the worst. Just give it a quick sanding before applying the second coat. This lighter area on the handle is where some wood split off. And there's another one. I guess I should have been twisting. Hopefully this old door varnish will seal this back up and prevent splinters. If not, I might have to replace this one. Here are all of the garden tool handles that I refinished. They came out a bit darker, but that's probably caused by the old door varnish that I used. They are better than before, and even the garden rake handle came out okay. You know, the best way to protect your tools from the elements is to store them in the garage or in a garden shed. Hit that like button for me and subscribe to Brew Builds. Time to move on to my next project, Splinter Free.